Hey guys, so Lord here, back again with another action figure review. Today we'll be taking a look at the Savage Crucible Barbarian Wave Hellman! Not to be confused with that other character whose name ends with man. Might have come out in the 80s, I don't know. Either way, today we'll be taking a look at Who-Man, brought to us by the fine folks over at Harbinger Studios. Got this guy during the in-stock sale, probably the tail end of the in-stock sale. They had like 50 of them left by the time I ordered mine. Not sure how many they had, not sure if they have any left. So if you missed out, you should have got in on it, because these are awesome figures. And I think Who-Man here is the perfect entry-level figure for anyone curious about this line. He's cool enough with the spikes and things to stand out in a crowd, but he's not crazy like the deluxe figures, especially the Veterus for packs. I feel like is definitely not an entry-level figure. It's more of a maybe third, fourth level figure because of all the stuff he came with. This guy, on the other hand, I think is perfect for somebody who wants to get into these but isn't sure yet. So why don't we cut right to the chase, get into the meat and taters of this review and take a look, see why I think Who-Man is a good entry-level figure. Because his accessories, starting off with a pair of grip hands with the wrong hand for holding weapons. I wish these were just fists. His accessories are plentiful, but very by the numbers, we'll say, kind of, sort of. He's got a pair of open hands. He's got a sword, which I think we've seen this before. I think Veterus for packs actually came with this sword. Not sure if anyone else has. And we also have a shield. Now the shield, much like the Mythic Legion shield, you can unplug the handle, and it's got a little peg hole in it, so you can put it somewhere. I don't think there's a spot on his back to plug this in. Otherwise, I would probably store it there. But it's got a really cool kind of spiky sun kind of logo on it. But very, very cool. I dig this shield a lot. That said, in true Savage Crucible fashion, before we get to that actually, hold that thought, he also comes with an alt head. A screaming head. It's not like Krieger the Shunned where you get like a helmeted and an unhelmeted, you get a screaming head. I do wish he did come with a helmeted head. I'd probably use that over the default one. But in true Savage Crucible fashion, we get one of these blind bag swords, and this guy's is a little bit different. It's very like scimitar-esque. I'll even give this to Krieger the Shunned, for now anyways, until a more worthy candidate arises. But yeah, very cool. I'll even give this to Nin Vilmir. That's probably who I'm going to give it to, because it's got like the serpent on it. And I might give it to him. I think he'll look cool with that. Taking a closer look at Hellman here. Like I said, very much like that other guy whose name ends with man that maybe came from that. It's frickin' He-Man, alright? He looks a little bit like He-Man, specifically like a reverse of Snake Armor He-Man, because he's got the fully armored arm here, like Snake Armor He-Man did on this side. Basically has fully armored arms on both sides, but this side you can see the bicep, this side you can't. It's a little bit more samurai-esque with the plating. They ought to do some samurais. They got some pretty sick armored pieces for it. As far as articulation goes, it's standard Savage Crucible fare. His head is on a double ball peg, hindered by his long, flowing Scott Stapp locks. That's what I'm calling him anyways. His shoulders can pop out, like so. Could do the beautiful butterfly. Swing his arm back and forth. Does have a swivel on his shoulder. Swivel at the bicep, but it's mostly just a cap. You get a lot of your rotation out of the double jointed elbow, which can rotate down here, as well as on the gauntlet. He does have swivel hinge wrists with the appropriate hinge for holding weapons on these hands. He's got a diaphragm joint that can move back and forth. He's a little bit hindered because of his waist piece here. I might go in and heat that up, pop some things apart, see if I can get a little more range out of that. Maybe pull this skirt piece down a bit. See if that helps. It should be worth noting this skirt piece, this belt buckle, is a separate piece. So that's kind of neat. His hips will kick out, back down, forward and back. He does have a thigh cut up in there. Double jointed knee. As well as a swivel at the knee on both ends. He does have a swivel in the foot, a hinge, and a rocker joint with peg holes, but they don't really fit on a lot of stands. So you're kind of SOL there. Would be nice if they fit on the McFarlane stands, but they don't. Very strange. He also doesn't have weapons storage, and I feel like he should have at least come with that, like a sword scabbard to stick on his back. You know, I'll see if I can get one of those sword scabbards from, what's his name? The Imperial Sentry, and just have it slung on his back. Might push up on his little pauldron here a little bit, but I'd be willing to work with that. Just to have a sword scabbard, because I think he should have one. I mean, this is pretty... Where is it? This is a pretty decent sized sword to just carry around all the time. But standing him up here, I think it is now time. If I can get him centered. Yeah, close enough. I think it is now time that we move right along and take a look at some size comparisons. First up, here's good old Who-Man, alongside a couple other barbarians from this particular wave of Savage Crucible figures. We have Krieger the Shund and Nashorn the Disinherited. Figure of the year right there. Not number one, but definitely top 5, if not 3. Depending on if the fish guys come out before the end of the year. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But while I do feel like Who-Man is a good entry-level figure, I feel like these two, Krieger and Nashorn, are more like level 2. Like, you get one of these after you get Who-Man. I don't know. That's just me. I feel like with the lizards, they were pretty much even Steven, with the exception of like the deluxe exclusives or Nin Villamir, because of all the spiky dads. But these two, based off what they come with and how they look, they just don't seem like entry-level figures. However, Nashorn the Disinherited being an entry-level figure might persuade somebody to get more of these, more so than Who-Man. So, who am I to judge? See what I did there? Neither did I. So, getting these two out of the way. They're very warm too. I have them sitting on a spot by my heat vent. But let's bring in our two regulars, the Mythic Legion's Brother Mandibilith and the infamous Uncle Spawn, who is a little taller than Who-Man, but not enough to be towering. So, with that being said, it's time now that we wrap things up with some final thoughts. Overall, and while he may be a blatant He-Man ripoff to some, he's not to me. Good old Who-Man here is what I think anyone wanting to check out Savage Crucible should probably start off with. He's got enough in the box to make you feel like you got your money's worth, but he's basic enough to give you a feel for the line. Yeah, he's got a lot of sharp, pointy spikes that do kind of hurt when you pose him, but I feel like something like Nashorn the Disinherited is more of a level 2 figure, whereas Who-Man is a good base level figure. You pick him up, you check him out, you see if you like it. If you don't, you move about your business and go on with your day. That said, if you pick up one of these figures and do that, I think you on the pipe, son. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Until next time, I'll catch you guys later.